Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The next Godzilla Monsterverse film has found its director in Grant Sputor. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. But anyway, he's going to be the next director. I think he's a really, really good get, genuinely. Not someone that was on my radar. I forgot this chap even existed. But I do like one of his films. I've watched it. I've reviewed it. I thought it was a pretty decent film. A little bit paint by numbers in parts. But all in all, pretty decent, actually, genuinely. We'll get to that in a minute. So this, I think, is really good news. Alright, genuinely. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Turn the bell notifications on. But let's dive into it, shall we? So, Godzilla x Kong sequel gets a new director with Grant Sputor. Let's take a look at his filmography. I mean, he's not really known for anything aside one film. But it was a decent film. Also, under the constraints that he worked with, he managed to make a decent film. So, yeah, let's have a look, right? Grant Sputor. Okay, here he is. And he's known for one thing. I Am Mother, which is a 2019 film which was released on Netflix. I actually really liked it. I thought it was a decent film. It's definitely a paint-by-numbers sci-fi. It came at a time when we had a lot of these very similar sci-fi films. But he managed to handle, from a directorial perspective, everything in a way that was very good. And it also makes me go, okay, cool. This was a serious film. Grant Sputor is a serious filmmaker. Is the Monsterverse moving back in a more serious direction? God, I hope so. I liked Godzilla x Kong, right? It was dumb fun, like a Saturday morning cartoon. I don't want it to continue in that way, though. I want them to reel it back in and go more Mike Doherty style serious, where it is still very, very out there, unrealistic, yet serious in its tone. That's what I want. So, yeah, he's known for I Am Mother. He also did some other things. Look, he did Castaway, literally director of that. And he also directed Legacy, which is a short film. But he's not really done anything, guys. He's not really done anything at all. I Am Mother, relatively well received, though. 6.7 out of 10. And here you can see a little bit of it. Can't show you too much because YouTube loves to... well, Netflix loves to do copyright claims. But it was... yeah, it was alright, you know. It was alright. Pretty decent film for what it was. Hilary Swank appeared in it as well. And it was one of these, like... again, it came at a time where there was loads, very, very similar. Loads and loads of sci-fi. But it was like, in the wake of humanity's extinction, teenage girl is raised by a robot designed to repopulate the Earth. But their unique bond is threatened when an inexplicable stranger arrives with alarming news. There you go. I hope this is a sign of things to come with the Monsterverse. But this article says, Legendary continues moving forward with its Monsterverse as the planned sequel to Godzilla x Kong in development gets a new director with Grant Sputor. According to the trades, Sputor comes from a commercial directing background, and he did that sci-fi movie I Am Mother on Netflix, which has good reviews from critics. I liked it. And he's also producing We Bury the Dead with Daisy Ridley. With Adam Wingard, who directed the two previous Godzilla Kong films, said he wanted to do the third film. He has since departed and is directing A24's action thriller Onslaught. He's departed because he has to. It was a previous commitment, and Legendary were like, well, we're moving forward anyway, with or without you, because we need to jump on this, which is smart. I don't want to wait 10 years between movies. Like, no, this needs to be good. I'm happy with this. So this is what the likes of The Hollywood Reporter are reporting, and then Grant Sputor Instagrammed this out as well. It says, look, well, this is literal huge news. It's also a huge honour. I've been a giant monster fan for as long as I've been a fan of anything, and to follow in the footsteps of the other incredible directors who've had their turn in the Monsterverse is a dream come true. Can't thank Legendary enough for this Titan-sized opportunity. This, you know how we always say, oh, want some unknowns, oh, where's all the fresh blood, oh, blah, blah, blah. This is good. He's fresh blood. He's an unknown for most people. Most people don't know who he is. Most people don't even know he exists. Most people don't even know that film existed. But it's a pretty decent film. It's a solid little action film. So I'm keen on this news, genuinely. Very keen on it. It says this, additional details known about the Godzilla x Kong sequel include that it is being written by Dave Callahan, who wrote the 2014 Godzilla movie. You see? Do you see what I'm feeling here? I'm feeling like it might be going in a more serious vibe again, mate. I think. think it might be getting a bit more serious, genuinely. I've said genuinely a lot today, haven't I? Strange. Anyway, Callahan also wrote Shang-Chi, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Mortal Kombat, Wonder Woman 1984, and The Expendables. He has writing credits. He's not the sole writer. I'm hoping he has some oversight on this, and he's the more serious vibe. But the thing is, we don't know what element he is part of those other movies in terms of the writing. But if he was influential, because we don't know, if he was the influential one in getting Godzilla 2014 to be as serious as it is, that's great to have him back. I feel like, and I could have to eat my words moving forwards, but I feel like we're getting a serious film, right? All signs point to it. Serious director, writer who wrote the one of the only serious movies in the Monsterverse. That's not true, but you get my point, right? I think we're going to get a serious film. It says this: the hiring of Grant Sputor on Godzilla does seem comparable to Gareth Edwards, as Edwards was an unknown at the time, coming off a sci-fi movie that was praised with monsters. That's true. That's a good comparison from this article. Of the 4 legendary Monsterverse movies released since 2014, Godzilla x Kong is performing the best at the box office, with $567 million worldwide, not counting for inflation. Man, they've done well. They have done well. But therein lies the issue. I don't think... all signs point to it being serious, but then also the fact that that's the highest grossing one, it feels like it'd be stupid to say that Legendary wouldn't double down on that and be like, yeah, absolutely, we need to keep this tone. So, I don't know. We shall see. I think this is interesting. What do you guys think? I still think this is great news, though. I'm still very excited for this. And if you haven't watched Iron Mother, give it a watch. It's a bit of a beer flick. Bit of a popcorn flick. Easy watcher. Nothing you need to really pay. You know, it's definitely, you know, of its time within that genre where there was a whole ton of them, right? That's kind of like a nice way of saying it was somewhat generic here and there. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's bad. And again, under Netflix's watch, I mean, my God, he managed to put together a film which wasn't garbage on Netflix. That's pretty positive. So leave your thoughts down below. I will work on not saying genuinely so much. Take care. Bye-bye now.